Welcome to the Cold and Dark Start tutorial for the Airbus A400M for MSFS 2024. Let's go. Starting in walk around mode, first of all we'll remove the wheel chocks and enter the aircraft. If this is your first time flying the A400, you want to head over to the EFB options and set IRS align time to instant. You'll need to restart for this change to take effect. To start the A400M, first of all head up to the overhead panel and switch on the batteries. Now switch on the external power and we'll switch on the IRS and the fuel pumps. Now let's switch on the APU master and we'll start the APU, which requires a double click of the button. Once the APU is available, we can switch on APU bleed, and I'm also going to set anti-ice to auto at this point. We can now turn the engine start to ignition, head down to the pedestal and flick on the starters for all 4 engines. After a brief wait, you will see available on the engine indicators, and you should see the values displayed here after a successful start. With the engine started, we can switch off APU bleed, turn engine starter to normal, switch off the external power, and also switch off the APU master. At this point, I'll activate the transponder. For now, we'll just clear out this master caution and the ECAM message, but we will deal with it a little bit later on. Now let's work through that takeoff checklist to get everything squared away that's on here. First of all, let's head up top and set the seatbelt signs to automatic. Now on the pedestal, we're going to arm the ground spoilers and set auto brake to RTO. Set flaps for takeoff. And now test for takeoff config. You should see takeoff config normal and everything in green. On the weather radar, we'll enable predictive wind shear. Now let's clear out all these legacy messages on the FMC. With that done, you can set up your flight plan. This is all shown in my full flight tutorial, so I'm not going to repeat it here. But one difference when you start from cold and dark is you'll need to set the fuel and payload. First of all, zero fuel weight can be found in the fuel and payload section of the EFB, and you just enter it in metric tons into the FMC. As for fuel weight, the way I do it is to subtract the dry weight from the live gross weight. If you find a more efficient way, that's great. And we'll enter that as metric tons in the block section of that page. There doesn't seem to be an easy way to calculate zero fuel weight CG in the EFB. So for convenience, we're going to use the current CG as our zero fuel weight CG, and we'll enter that in here. If you start from the runway with engines on, this is all done for you, but from cold and dark you need to plug it in yourself. The reason we do this is so that VNAV will work when you fly. As you can see from the flight plan here, we now have top of climb and top of descent, so VNAV will work properly. With that all done, we are pretty much ready to go, so we'll call the simulator's ATC for pushback. When the truck connects, take the parking brake off. And that's it, you're ready to go. If you'd like to see how to perform a full flight from a runway in this aircraft, just check out my full flight tutorial. Thank you for watching, I hope you found this useful. If you did, please drop a like, feel free to subscribe for regular sim content. Take care, and I'll see you next time.